At Government House with Tony Brown OBE, and it's your moment to invite your friends up. 50 friends coming up here tonight to have that celebration that you can't get in London, of course, when you actually got the gong, of course.
Absolutely. I mean, when we went to London, it was just family. And I think it's really nice to have an occasion like this here on the island, which enables us to invite a number of our friends, supporters, guests to be here. It's very difficult because, of course, over the 35 years I was in politics, I mean, there are hundreds and hundreds of people who actually have been supporters and helpers and did whatever. And so it's quite difficult to get it down to a small number.
Take us through being in London, because Buckingham Palace, the Queen, of course, who's probably not going to do so many of these, I understand now.
Well, that's right. That's certainly what they told us, that she's actually going to do very few now, and she's passing it over to other members of the royal family to do. And it was a great occasion. I mean, the sort of pomp and the ceremony, the whole ambience of the place was really fabulous. But they're very, very good, all the officials, to make you feel relaxed, to make you sort of not be over nervous about what's going on. And the occasion itself is very special. It's very short, but it's actually very special.
And will this be almost the last time you go in the public limelight? Are you fully retiring, or will you be going for another job somewhere else, MLC or something like that eventually?
No, I mean, I don't see me going back into politics at all. I mean, I've enjoyed my 35 years. I've been very fortunate. I've had some challenges. I've had some real excitement. It's been a great opportunity to contribute towards the island and its future, and I hope I made a difference on that. I think the biggest thing is I really miss is dealing with people, because that was very much part of the work that you did. And in a small town like Castletown, where was involved in so many things, as well as dealing with people, that's something that's been quite difficult to step back from. But I'm still involved in charity organisations in Castletown, and happy to do that.
Did you ever get the urge to ring Mr. Bell up though and say, look, I'd have done it this way, or here's my tip what to do?
Well, I mean, there are natural sort of frustrations, differences, but that was always the case when I was in there, so there's no different. But it's not for me now to do anything about that. I mean, I'm a member of the public like everybody else. I don't have responsibilities in politics anymore or within government, and I have to accept that. Doesn't mean that I won't necessarily have something to say if it was something that affected the community I live in. But I think I just have to be careful about whether or not I do say anything, and if I do, that it's actually appropriate for me to be involved.